not one of these players that I think that I failed to mention earlier, but he played really well. He's got a lot of cool entries so far. I don't know. I haven't seen that much out of 9C yet, but today's been great. I appreciate it.
What a cool team as well from 4 different countries also. So I mean, not even a Brazilian team, just a South American team coming in, like Argentinian, Uruguay's represented, obviously Chile as well, and then QZ being Brazilian. I mean, just what a wild spread of nationalities to get involved in a squad.
That in itself is like an interesting perspective. What if that actually can work? Because we talk a lot about international rosters, but usually what we just mean is like people from different countries in Europe, right? It'd be kind of cool if South America could do the same thing and have more representation across different countries. That'd make for a wild change. I mean, there's already so many good players in Brazil, right? That you think, well, do they even need to do that? But I mean, it does sort of like widen the field a little bit. Maybe you can make some more teams that could be powerful.
We were recording the like the time travel land that I do with Duncan and Richard and Sponge, and one of the comments we brought up about like one of the old school phase lineups when they came together was like, coming from different countries, the only chance was to create an international roster. So you got to imagine similar kind of idea with the South American team, all of them coming together on this roster to do some damage. NQZ and Rox with a couple of kills brought into a 3-on-3 and Bomb. Ooh, this is a bold plant.
Yeah, not even a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, goes for it right away. They needed those kills to get back into the game. Otherwise, they would have probably lost this round already because 2 opening kills going the way of C9 to start the round with. Inters is on a very, very long flank. That might take a while before that gets put into play. NQC takes down Hobbit. If they could find Shiro, they don't have to worry about Inters anymore. Though Shiro, almost finding them instead, goes the other way in Inters. Yeah, he has to run now. He can't really be silent anymore. I don't know. There might be a kid on the ground somewhere, but I'm not sure he's ever going to find it. He's walking in. Yeah, the kid was right there, but Max will take him down. Nice round out of 9C.
Yeah, it's a cool spin back as well. That was a 5-on-3 at one point. Not for too long of a period, but NZ able to bring it right back with 2 quick entries to get that bomb planted today. Well done. 3 kills on NQZ. He's the, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you guys went over it already. He's the newest addition to this roster, correct?
I want to say so, yeah, but I feel like I feel like I'm learning along with everyone else right now, but I think that is the way it works, yeah.
Yeah. I'll look it up pretty quick, but I believe that's accurate. What a good pistol round to grab to start off Overpass, the deciding map of the quarterfinal series.
DGT, nice spot there. Trying to get that flick with the Galil, why not? Ooh, Max running wild with the Mac 10 right here. Couple of kills in his favor. They're not too worried about this one. Just up against the USPs, so having a decent time of it. 3 versus 5.
Yeah, NQZ was added just like a week ago, like just at the start of this event, essentially. So he's a very, very fresh addition to the roster. Obviously, a couple big wins over Fury, as we mentioned, and now a good performance against Cloud9. So that's really awesome to see.
Yeah, they're making it work.
Making it work.
Yeah, I had a friend growing up from his family was from Uruguay, so you know,
cool.
I remember, yeah.
Go on.
I remember a little bit about it. I just remember they made good food. I think that's like the cornerstone of most of my stories these days. But yeah, that's about it.
Sure. Yeah. Don't piss off people with food. I've learned a lesson the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally.
Just saying. Eventually, my internet just shut down, so won't ever say anything about German food ever again.
Yeah.
Hobbit's in the stairs. He's going to be challenged by Rox coming around the corner. There's the Mac 10. This is actually, oddly enough, a pretty tough fight for Hobbit against that Mac 10. Nate is out. Rox playing it a little bit passively, so a stalemate called, but Exile is going to leap into position.
Ooh, Rox finding a kill. That's for the smoke. Let's see. Exile looked like he was about to get timed on that one, but he spins around, takes down David. On the other side, Shiro is there. But NQC clotheslines him with the AK-47, and look at the accuracy. This is what I'm talking about. He's not at all afraid. That's Shiro on the other side, and he knew it as well. And he's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna stand in this angle and take the fight. And if he shows up, I'm quick enough. I'm accurate enough to take that AK to his face. And that's just so cool to see.
Yeah, he postured for that as well. I mean, he stepped right into it. That was a fight that he actually searched for. So very, very cool. Nice shot. Nathany and Inters left to pick up the pieces. Nathany, always an important player for this Cloud9 defense on Overpass, the rotator between bomb sites at times.
Yeah, they're in a position where they could Still win this 2-on-3, of course. But if they get blocked out and the bomb goes down, it's a completely different calculation. Oh, the timing is ridiculous. Nafany just managed to shrink past the truck, and he gets one more headshot, taking down GDT. It's all on rocks right here. 18 seconds on the clock, and backup is coming really swiftly. Nafany, well, you said it, always an important player. Nice triple, but the timing just to even get into the first kill there is just so ridiculous. Well played.
Yeah. Oh, well, they'll take it. Weapons dropped over. Cloud9 gonna buy back up into this. Remember, that was around 9Z came in with the MAC-10. So they've got plenty of money. 4 AK-47s, AWP on NQZ. He's up to 6-1 just in the first 3 rounds. And here we go, round number 4.
The fact that they're willing to take some of those fights, I think that's what makes it so enjoyable, right? Because it's so easy to be scared playing against a team that's ranked 4th in the world, and they're not. If they are scared, they're certainly not showing it. So, and what you said, it was added a couple of weeks ago, so 4 days ago, something.
Yeah, like one week, like literally, I think right before the event started.
Yeah, so well done. David goes down to the start of this round. It's a little bit unfortunate, and they're going to back on out. Shiro able to escape unpunished in that round.
Look how far back 9Z is. They have no map control. They have no presence. They've kind of been a little shied away from any kind of aggression towards these bomb sites. Going to take their time rotating back around to B. This is a long time for Max to kind of be on his own on an island looking for a push, looking for aggression. Axile's going to have a quick reaction. And indeed, Max might have missed a window of opportunity. Utility going to be out to keep them safe, but presence is found at bathrooms. And that causes a rotation away from the B bomb site for Cloud9.
And it makes a really big difference, doesn't it, if he gets that kill or not, because Exile is still hanging around. He doesn't have that much info, but all he has to do is take a couple of steps forward, and maybe he's going to realize, actually, there's really nobody here, and then they can rotate back into the B bomb side. Let's see if it's going to be in time or not. Good. Flashes. Slight timing delay between the two of them. The bomb, though, is lost on the other side. Hobbit doing work with that MP9, and that's going to be the end of the round. That is... I thought those flashbangs looked really good, and I think they still had the timing to maybe surprise Cloud9, but once they get slowed down, it's obviously done.
Yeah, it was staggered flashbangs as well. The first one was kind of dodged. The second one caught that initial player in Monster, but it was the follow-up peek from Hobbit with the SMG that gets the kill and keeps the space. And from there, the second and third player stuck behind that smoke. 9Z kind of forced to do an execute through the utility in the Monster tunnel, and we're all tied up at 2.
All right, well, some potential here once again for Cloud9. Tying up the game a little bit early. So we saw earlier that 9C looked to be sort of making a big run at it before they really got slowed down, and Cloud9 has to try to get a little bit further back into the game later on. So I think it's good news if they can step it up early here, tying up the game. We've got an AK, an AWP out, pistols for the rest. Deep nade right there. Doesn't do that much damage, but kind of shows them they know what's up at the very least. And the rest of the team hanging outside of the B-bomb site for the T side.
Yeah, and Exile spots Deagles as well, so they just back away. They say, you know what, let's not mess with it at all. Up and NQZ as the smoke clears. Nobody gonna peek into that. Good utility to delay things as much as possible. Now the utility for 9Z is gonna be the question mark, so keep your eye on that one. One flashbang on NQZ, one smoke as well, and a smoke Molotov on Max. So they don't really have a whole lot of tools to close space and actually progress onto bomb sites and map control. They're going to be looking for some heads-up fights at different points. And they'll have to be real efficient with the nades.
Yeah, 2 smokes, a flash, and a Molotov. So yeah, you're right. Don't really have a lot to waste with here. 45 seconds. If they can win the fight against Exile, it's at least the beginning. He's trying to go for a little bit of a jump, but yeah, I think he knew. I think he might have seen rocks already. Yeah, that's a problem. Tech9 on the other side, though, flashed in. Still not seeing anyone, and he's going to smoke it off and try and make a run for it. Getting caught. There's the headshot from David on top, and this is looking decent right now. 25 seconds. They're not home yet. They need to keep going 9C, and now the backup is coming. Flank is in from the connector already. Shiro, he gets trucked as well, but Hobbit is there lining up the kill, and he sprays them both down, and the bomb is dropped for the minute here. 14 seconds. They need to get that bomb plant right now, or more backup is going to be coming. There's Inters, instant one tap, and at least GGT with 8 health, no bomb plant, no time. Man, that is a close round, but they just couldn't get that bomb plant down.
Dude, he's also got no money, and he survived after the timer, so he's got that AK-47 and $350. That's actually that's rough. I mean, they did a good job getting kills and limiting some economies, limiting some of the growth of the economy for Cloud9, and actually making this round really dangerous. That was really weird. Exile seemed to have the idea that he was there, but didn't know he was chucked so close behind the flowers. That's very dangerous. Good save from Hobbit. Good follow-up flank from Inters, but that's pretty painful.
Man, that could have gone.
Real
that
bad.
could have worked out. It could have worked out. Shiro, though. Don't want to get him fired up with that AWP. We kind of got a taste of that earlier on Mirage, so.
Dude, I want him to get fired up.
Yeah, you want that.
9Z doesn't, but I would love it.
It is fun. I mean, it was spectacular on the opening map. Didn't really get to see that much of it on Dust 2. It's kind of a little bit absent on that map, as was a lot of the rest of Cloud9, so maybe that's just what it is. David, nice idea. Instant pick off there on Exile. Didn't even get a chance to spin around.
That's crazy. He actually just walked the whole way. He just chilled. He just marched up.
This is great. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that complicated, although they still need to get the bomb here. And some of the rest of the team is even further away than the actual bomb. Shiro, that's a bit scary. Smoke up. Yep, David has got this whole thing on lockdown, and now they're going to get the bomb plant as well. But, this walk up from Connector, yeah, this is so weird. There's still two people out long, and DGT is one of them. You'll never expect that, will you?
No, 4 players alive and only 2 of them actually in the bomb site. That's insanity. There's a huge gap in that defense that Cloud9 just never considered, and that was just the straight walk W up long the whole way.
That's so crazy. Wow, they tie up the scoreline, 3-3 now. Going to be saving that AWP and the AK.
I mean, good thing to point out too. DGT was the one who saved that AK-47 in the previous round with only $350 in the bank. He actually gets 2 kills in this round with the AK-47. So fair play.
Wow. But this is the kind of pressure you don't necessarily expect for Cloud9 to be under, and the sort of stuff that you'd want to see them have a lot of protocols. Maybe especially on the CT side, this is where they do a lot of the good work normally that they do. So it is surprising to see them get picked off like that.
It is a little bit. Still early going. We'll see if they can lock things down moving forward. What an upset this would be. What a crazy upset it could be. It's still a little bit early to, I guess, go down that road quite yet, but looking good to start at least 3-3 so far. Inter's going to smoke himself off. Mac-10 not able to get the job done. There's Nathany saving the day. Nice impactful double kill for him. Buys Inter's some time, some space, but he is still locked in behind the smoke. Finds himself a kill. And, ooh, even Nathany adding another one. So the B hit is stopped. Inter's just never goes down.
Man, that was, again, maybe closer than it seemed, but good defense. They got wouldn't have taken a lot to take Inters down inside of that smoke. One good headshot right through, and they can refocus their efforts on Nathany instead, but they just never found the kill, so gonna have to back on out instead. Bomb already lost, so no real tricks can be played here. Cloud9 happy to take the round, obviously extend just a little bit into this game, but man, they're not even asking for the respect here in INC. They're demanding it at this point. They're making sure everyone knows. I almost wonder if they take down Cloud9, how far could they go in this? That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess also what would be interesting about it too is like, does it change, them being favorites or underdogs in any of the future matchups? They're going to be playing big in the next round, and big, not an easy team to defeat by any means, but I mean, they are beatable. We saw them kind of have some tough time with Eternal Fire earlier today. We know they're a team who can perform really well and also just kind of disappoint at various times. So that's a susceptible upset in the semifinals. So yeah, I think that'd be a fair question if 9Z is able to overcome Cloud9 here. Then you're all of a sudden like, oh my God, they could actually have a path to the grand finals.
Yeah, it's right there for the taking. I'm not saying that it'll be easy, but there is definitely a way to get there. And you have to imagine as well, I mean, that obviously in this tournament now, especially if they beat Cloud9, there are going to be more and more teams that'll start to say, okay, let's try and see if we can figure out how some of these players play. Like, they're a little bit aggressive. Some of them maybe we can find a way to counter them. But otherwise, they might fly under the radar maybe a little bit longer than some other teams in this particular league. 4-3, 8th round is coming up. Exile, one of the rare M4A4 users, although I guess after the change, maybe we'll see more of them get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, maybe just take a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's got the howl as well, so you know.
Good for him.
You've got to, right?
Yeah. All right, smoke's clearing. Another one put up at the end of Monster. DGT still looking for a play. Not coming quite yet. I think also, I mean, look, if this upset actually gets completed by 9Z, I think it opens up an even bigger, like, kind of meta conversation where Cloud9's about to kind of step right into Cologne off the momentum of winning Dallas, right? And then all of a sudden you kind of stub your toe in the event immediately before IEM Cologne, and you're like, this isn't good. That's a lack of confidence that we now have.
Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder how that'll play out. I mean, maybe they can shrug it off, but then again, maybe they can't. That's an interesting storyline to try and pursue. 45 seconds about to be. And 9C haven't really found a lot with this time. They have David out here, and if you could find any engagement, especially if you could find a kill, maybe it'll do something down here, but it might be too late anyway. Counter Molotov comes out. Shiro, almost making a run for it there, but David's going to be found anyway. 30 seconds left, and everyone's going to be showing up to this B-bomb side. They know what's coming, and Hobbit is good for the defense right here. Down to 20 seconds. They're running out of time on that T side right here, and Max, he gets down. They're trying to wrap around the other side of the pillar. And once again, the time is just a huge issue here. They can't spend a lot of time taking this duel. They need to win the fights and get the bomb down, and they're not able to. Good double for Nafany at the end.
Yeah, almost, though. Exile down to 11 HP at the end of that. Gets dinked up in the final engagement. 5 of the last 6 going in the way of Cloud9. Defense starting to hold strong now that the guns are out. And the question becomes, how much of a run can they go on here? Can they extend this scoreline? Good shot from Shiro. And as you mentioned, just trying to come up the ramp, 9Z just gets stopped. Nafany again, right place, right time. That's why I said he's so important. He has a real knack on this map of being at the right bomb site, at the right place, exactly when the hit is coming, exactly when he's needed.
Well, it's definitely needed there. Without him, who knows, probably would have been at least a bomb plant. Nice shot from David. Taking down Exile. Put him to sleep.
Yeah, that was powerful. And this is going to leave Inters kind of on an island. Molotov is out, going to hold him at bay. They were starting to creep in towards the tunnel for this set piece. Max has his 2 flashbangs. But Inters is very much all alone at the B bomb site.
Yeah, 10 seconds more. Maybe Hobbit is going to start to get a little bit closer from that C connector. They're going the long way around.
The door as well.
Yeah, that could be a little bit painful. We'll see if they line themselves up for him or not. But you're right, inside here, there's not that much backup. Smoke going down. 50 seconds on the clock. They could be here really fast, but shooting him in the back, it's Hobbit with the 1 kill. Inter's ready for more. Instant headshot to bring it down, and yeah, this is the defense they needed. Nafany showing up. David is going to steal an AWP on the other side, but not to win the round, I think. 1 versus 2 with about 30 seconds doesn't seem doable. They've had a lot of one-man saves in some of these rounds.
Yeah, well, this time, I mean, David got all the way up long again. There seems to be this gap that's been open for 9Z players if they want to be aggressive and bold out towards long, but he gets close up and was able to catch Shiro on the rotation. Never saw it coming whatsoever. Let's see if 9Z is able to call some strats later on to exploit that. We're going to be going into round number 10. It'll be a 3-round lead for Cloud9 at 6-3 overall.
Yeah, again, it's just slow bit of a lead here building for the Cloud9 side, but it all counts at the end. 9 rounds down, 10 coming up, and yeah, this is the kind of stuff. It was a great shot from David, but they needed just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. 2 versus 2 at the end right here.
I feel like that's exactly how he killed Exile a few rounds back, just with that Deagle at the same position of rotating away. Deja vu, this time it's Shiro. Which is funny, because I bet Exile is going to be aware of that possibility for the rest of the half, but Shiro obviously had no idea how it happened to Exile, so a little bit of luck. Guns are back in the hands of 9Z. This time a little bit more fast-paced, taking control of the staircase, taking control of Fountain, and pushing up close behind the smoke. Slightly forward position by Hobbit, so
can be hard to check coming in from the T side. They don't have that much utility. They've got some smokes here, but they're missing maybe a couple of smokes that they could have had on this T side. Or just one right now in QC. Molotovs, 3 of them. All right, it's not so bad. I thought it was a little bit worse at first. Setting up for the boost. This is where I feel like in this part of the map, they spent a fair bit of time in the past without getting too many fights. It feels like Cloud9 aren't not too interested in taking the fight this close up. They'd rather the fight happen a little bit further back. So we'll see if 9C are going to try and cheat a little bit and get through this part of the map a little bit quicker so that they have more time. Because that's been the problem down to the B-bomb side, right? They've been attacking at sub 30 seconds.
Well, now you're going for the set piece. Smokes are up. Haven't pulled the trigger just yet. Nafany flirting with the smoke. Utility being dropped out. Exile cannot go down in this fight. That would be a disaster for the defense. Another defensive smoke is put up, and Cloud9 just playing the delay game. Oh!
Okay. That's against an AWP. David, again, he's just not afraid at all, taking that fight. And even after getting the win, he's like, I'm going to keep pushing. I want to create the space for my team. Nafany hiding inside of the smoke, but Rocks will take him down. Hobbit is still here, and the wallbang's not doing much of anything there, but Max will win the fight. And as you said, Axile needed to stay alive, and he did out long. Oh, time is nearly running out, but they get the bomb plant down. Axile comes in for it, and it's a 1 versus 1. NQC is back there. They're both very low on health. That M4, oh, with the Molotov on top, it's going to put all the pressure on. It lands the shot. The Molotov went completely the wrong way, but they still win the fight. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he missed the Molotov or if he actually thought he was able to evacuate in time, but that's a little bit weird. Good win for Exile, but I mean, the shots coming into this bomb site are so impressive. Was that David who just crouched around the smoke and dropped Shiro? This is a freakish entry.
Absolutely well played. Yeah, they've really got some firepower. I mean, that you can go a long way getting entry kills like that, can't you?
And it's like the way they kind of stagger their way like into the bomb site is just probably so weird for the defenders to have timing. It's like everything looks like a set piece. Smokes are up, flashbangs are coming out, Molotovs are coming out, and you think there's going to be this overwhelming hit coming at you, but it's just like this small trickle of players looking for fights, one by one.
Shiro is ready a little bit further up than they normally are. NQC goes right down, and Shiro, counting the second in his head, really wants to see if he re-peek it. David, he's going to keep going again. His opening kills in these rounds, it's off the charts. He's actually playing so well.
Did he push through the smoke as well in bathrooms? No, he's playing right behind it. Okay, so still outside of the main choke point of bathrooms, but Shiro is going to get a little bit frisky. Got to be careful with the smoke timer as it clears, but he's got the internal clock. Nafany is here as well to help keep some space.
I thought for a minute too that David just kept going. That would have been such a knockout punch if he had. I mean, also risky, obviously, but damn. 4 versus 4, though.
And remember, they've gotten wrecked from long a number of times in this half already, so Shiro's got to be cognizant of that fact.
Yeah, they're trying to set up, thinking about setting up a flashbang for it just to get David around the corner.
Look at him into position. He's pushed out a B. He's got all the intel.
Oh, you're right. That's a bit rough, but if David can get another entry at long, they can still be saved. They can win this round, so... Oh, he's going to go down to Shiro. Gun barrel showing up. They check it, but it might still be too late. Good double kill for Max. That's impressive. Shiro back here with 25 seconds. Try to go for a little bit of a pre-fire there, I think, but... It's still a 2-on-2, and the flank is coming in mighty quick. 18 seconds, and they don't have the bomb plant quite under control. They're going to go for it right now. A little bit scary when you don't control the whole bomb site, especially when you lost back here to this AWP. He snuck out of it for now, but are they going to be ready for Hobbit? Sneak it around the corner. They don't even know yet. Instant shutdown, and DGT, he's got no real estate to stand, and he can't escape that. And Hobbit will take him down. So nice try, man. This is 8-3 now, but I feel like 9C have been so close in so many of these rounds.
Yeah, they really have. They were given a gift here, a mistake from Nafany. He's hoping that he could actually double up and multi-kill, but he tracks the first player as he looks left. The gun barrel shows to the next guy coming around the corner, which is why that got cleared. That could have been a disaster, which is unfortunate because that's a position where Nafany also could have had, 1 to 2 kills and made that a much easier round, but... Fair play to 9Z, as you mentioned, making this very difficult even in losses, super expensive. So they've got some of the money busted down for Cloud9. At this point, 9Z, it's not a bad half yet. They need a win. They need a win to destroy the economy once and for all, and then that will start making them feel much, much better.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of showing if you look at the money that's on the Cloud9 side,
Yeah.
right? They don't have that much of a bank for having won 5 rounds in a row right now.
5 rounds in a row and 8 of the last 9. Like this is quite a winning streak to not have a whole lot of cash built up. Probably one more buy, and obviously if they save some weapons, makes it much easier. But 9Z's doing a good job putting a lot of pressure on him. It's just they're running out of rounds to keep aiming for that economic break.
Yeah, that really is the tough part. Eventually, you can't just keep saying, okay, well, we have them almost right where we want them. We could keep going. David again opening up on Shiro. How many? This is like 3 or 4 rounds in a row that he's got the opening kill like this.
That's actually pretty disgusting. Yeah, especially at this range, especially against one of the best operators in the world. That's like an instant delete.
I mean, I can't even blame him for wanting to keep going. They have this super weapon right now. You can keep throwing him in there, and he's going to keep getting the openings. Why wouldn't you? You want to keep going, right? Axel, though, he's stealing the AWB. Started to slowly edge his way back. And they're really tucked deep into the bomb site with, ooh, a little bit of a jump there. Still hitting the shot. Long spray, but he did nearly go down, but this is the opening that they've been waiting for, 9C. This should be their round.
Hobbit has a flashbang if he wants to activate Nafany out towards long. Nafany's going to change his position back in towards the truck. So one player at dice boxes, one player tucked into the corner. Inter still hasn't moved, and it's a quiet, creeping hit from 9Z.
David is unstoppable. 3rd kill, instant headshot to take down Hobbit. He was on 12 health, so they just sent him right in there. What an absolute god he is.
Yeah, fair play. 3 kills in the round. Well, that's step 1, Anders. They only have, what, 4 rounds to play with to get this economic reset they've been chasing for this entire half. Next round, Cloud9's going to buy into the round, but it's going to be everything they've got. And all of a sudden, if 9Z break them at 4 to 8, man, you're looking at being able to like tie up the scoreline as much as possible, 8 to 7 at the halftime, because you're going to have such an advantage. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot to work with if they can get it.
That was a 1-tap on Shiro jumping behind Flower Pot.
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
That's how David gets that kill.
He just doesn't care, does he? Absolute beast.
Has he been doing this the whole series?
He's been doing it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There's been a lot of amazing rounds like that from David. And I think especially because they're entry kills, right? It's just so crazy. It's all worth it, right? Even if you just got the 1 kill per round, it's worth everything to them. So
that's wild. Yeah, look at what they're playing with here on the Cloud9 side. Hobbit only with the CZ, 3 M4s, SMG on Nafany, so they're going to get aggressive. They're going to take the fight. Oh, they've got so much information now, too. Exile and Shiro know everything that's happening on this map at the moment, and so do the other 3 players. Now it's just like, all right, guys, red alert. Everyone's towards B.
Yeah, make sure you try to slow them down. We're bringing a 4th man over. Get the Molotovs up in time. Make sure they can't sneak through easily, and then we'll be here. A little bit of a flashbang to take a look, but it could be a little bit interesting. 3 of them are coming through the L-bend, and this is going to be lightning fast. Rocks leading the way. They line up. They're all flashed, and it's a double entry. That MP9 there, but the 4th man never really got there in time. That's a nice hit. The timing, if they'd waited 3 or 4 seconds more, it could have all been blown up, but that was the perfect timing for it.
Something's off for Cloud9 right now, though. They did not look prepared for that whatsoever. Good flick down from NQZ. He's got Exile dead to rights, and Shiro's got to bail out. That, I feel like, I don't know if they necessarily had all the resources to make that much of a stronger hold, but 2 players on that ramp just seemed like they were so disorganized and confused about where they were going to play when the hit eventually came in. And considering Cloud9 had all the information they needed in the first 15, 20 seconds of the round, that's just kind of weird. That just tells me there's some kind of miscommunication, like cohesion isn't fully there quite yet in this map, or at least a huge hiccup in this round individually. Max finds the final kill at the end of the day. That's all the money stripped out of Cloud9's hands. Look at these two players. Those are the ones where it's just like, this is weird.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they had some more nades, right? They had some Molotovs and everything else. I feel like they just got really caught off guard, which the whole point of getting that aggressive push on the other side is that you shouldn't get caught off guard. You should know, right? So that is a little bit unfortunate. Well,
yeah, I think they did use a lot of their utility towards Monster as well, and unfortunately, most of the hit came in through sandbags up short. So I think maybe part of it is just utility in the wrong location.
well, that lead that was looking so crisp earlier, 8-5 now, running out of cash, could easily be like 6 or 7 rounds, like you said, in that first half for 9C, which is not that bad. Suddenly, it's looking much more doable. Rock's out hunting, getting some of those eco frags, getting a little bit ahead of himself maybe, but it doesn't matter in the end. Quick round, 6 on the board for 9C.
6 on the board, baby. Looking good in this half. 3 straight. Well, we said that was the key. That reset, they've got it. That's got to make you happy. That's got to make you feel real good. Final round of the first half. Cloud9 have guns back in their hands as well.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit concerning once again for Cloud9. I mean, if you watched the whole series today, especially if you came in here betting on Cloud9 thinking that's it, they're definitely going to win this one, could be a little bit nervous by now, I suspect. We'll see if they can get 9 on the board here. Nafany trying to get that perfect angle, not really able to. They're setting up for a much quicker hit this time, I think, if they can get the early kill. But Shiro, he shifted his position. That's their answer to losing this B-bomb site. They're like, bring Shiro in.
Shiro's just like, thank God it wasn't David.
Yeah, true. Yeah, need him.
Had to go to the other side of the map to get away from that beast.
Yeah, he's out long again. He's like, no one gonna fight me out here. I was loving this fight.
Yeah, I know. I had the hot hand. Everyone come challenge me, please.
Okay. Axel making some jumps for information, but
he spotted one.
He definitely did. And they're going to be, I think they're looking into Monster Tunnel in a couple of seconds, and they're going to find anyone down there, so they might get a sense that something is up. They've already brought 3 people to the A-bomb site. That's a lot. I think they know Cloud9. They know what's coming. Ooh,
well, there goes David.
Yeah.
Yep. There goes the entry power. 5 on 3, 30 seconds left on the clock, and this is where you really could use a nice, clean, decisive entry.
3 versus 5. Yeah, I mean, it has to be flawless entry from here on out. Rocks walking through just as the smoke is fading. The time was not too bad for it, but they're already getting flanked, so not quite going to work out in the end. A 9-6 finish in favor of Cloud9. It's pretty respectable, but it is by no means a done deal. I think 9C have earned the respect of everyone here today, so they can do a lot in the second half. I've got to say, I don't think it's over yet.
No, it's not at all. Switching over to the CT side, this could get interesting. We're going to watch Cloud9 kind of dictate the pace, but they really kind of struggled containing David in this first half.
Yeah, the entries are just so ridiculous. I mean, he might have single-handedly just with the entries. Not that he got the most kills, but just he opened some of these rounds in a fantastic way. So we'll see if it's going to be the same thing now on the CT side. 9C. A good start here. A pistol round win would go a long way to make it a little bit safer for them. USPs, no dualies being picked up.
That's disappointing. Yeah, that's a yellow card to both teams. Well, 2 players spotted jumping across Monster. Max is coming in for the flank. Shiro knows it's coming. He has the timing. Max clearing right, but he needed to look left, and oh, he gets boxed in. He gets surrounded from 2 different angles. Another flank from NQZ. He pushes all the way up middle, but Cloud9's going to bypass this. Up the stairs we go over to the 8-bomb site where there's absolutely no presence, and 9Z has been outmaneuvered on the map. Yeah,
this is a really good call after the initial engagement, so just going to be a free bomb plant right now. Retake, I don't know. The problem is they don't have a smoke or anything, which in a pistol round is just very hard, even with the defuse kit on Rocks there. For him to sit down and defuse for 5 seconds without getting interrupted doesn't really seem doable. With the smoke, maybe, yeah, you do a long way, but I'm not sure about the rest of it here. Time is going to be running out quickly. Axal goes down. It's a start. There's NQC. Oh, the comeback is looking pretty good in this round, but even then, he's on his own. 1 versus 2, and that time is just fading so quickly. He lands the shot. He needs to pick up the kit. It's right there behind him. Yep, there we go. And he's got maybe 1 shot at doing this, and maybe not even that. Yeah, going to be backing out. I don't know. He would have needed Shiro out in the open for an instant headshot. It's going to be the round for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, even when he gets the kit, it's like you would have needed Shiro to miss like all 12 bullets in the magazine, right? Like to make that happen. That made me a little bit scary though. When that retake began, these shots, TGT, NQZ from distance, you're just like, oh no, it can't be like this. Don't drop it, Cloud9. They're up to double digits off the back of the pistol. And 9Z have a decision to make in this round number 2. It doesn't look like they're going to invest anything though. They want to get the guns out as soon as humanly possible.
Okay, well, I can't really blame them. I mean, again, with the confidence that they have, they probably think, you know what, we can win as soon as we get the M4s on board and maybe one of those AWPs on NQC. If we can get that, then we're up and running. 10-6. And they're all stretched out on the side of the map. No flashbang in play for the CT side, so not going to have a chance for any kind of a wild surprise. And with the Mac 10 out hunting, you've got to imagine it's going to be tough to hold this part of the map no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Good early dink. Hobbit's going to be able to get one. Plenty of players around for Cloud9 to come back and address that situation. Maybe stop the rifle from falling into their hands. It's going to be Nafany who's tasked with that, but NQZ has already picked up the AK-47. Ooh, another dink. Shiro able to spin around and get a couple quick kills. And they should know one more at the salvaged AK-47.
Okay, well, they're doing a little bit of damage. I mean, with the pistols that they had, this is okay. One more kill would be huge. Bomb is being brought back over to the B-bomb site. 1 versus 3 for NQC. And yeah, I mean, Cloud9 is setting this up kind of nice in the sense that they want to make sure they win the round now. That there's no weird trickery. And getting the bomb plant is definitely the way to do it. Intus hanging around on this side. There's no armor on NQC, so if he runs, if he keeps going for it, it should be a lost fight for him, but you never know with that AK.
You never know. Gonna turn the corner. Enters, ready and waiting. Nice spray down. 11-6, but guns are coming out in the next round no matter what. M4s, I don't think NQZ could go for that AWP. He's got 5350. And he is indeed. No armor, just a little bit of utility, so he's going to be susceptible to some damage, to some Galil sprays. But Cloud9 maintaining this lead pretty damn well.
Yeah, 11-6. It is starting to look like a decent lead. I don't know if I don't have the same confidence that I did earlier. Earlier, I feel like even if Cloud9 was in this position, I was like, yeah, but you know, they can probably still make it back. It's Cloud9 after all, but 11-6, the way that 9's been playing, I could see that evaporating quickly unless Cloud9 could shut it down early. Max with some good headshots. That is just perfect timing. Jumping around the corner, Nafany. And a 3 versus 5 in this round. NQC doing a little bit of work out himself out here. A lot of work actually clearing the entire part of the map. Damn, this is starting to get a little bit wild.
Yeah, it's getting a bit dicey, especially because every time, like, 9Z just steps up to every challenge throughout this map. This has been super impressive. Shiro and Exile against 4. They do have a bit of utility to work with, and they're going to start kind of meeting up in the central position of the map.
They're just so unafraid. Which I feel like this is the kind of advice you'd always give people if you said, how do you upset like a really big team? To be like, just pretend like they're kind of nobodies, but actually doing it is, I don't know how you tell you. Like, if anyone was asked, well, how do we do that? It's like, I don't know, just try and do it, you know.
They're saving entirely.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even going for it. So a little bit of utility to make it feel like they were going to start progressing on the 8 bomb site, just to make sure no one was going to go for an early hunt. Other than that, Shiro and Exile just chilling, maintaining position. No hunt for 9Z. They have no money to risk any of these rifles, but this is a great first gun round for them. They're going to be up to 7.
Yes, they are. Not handling the guns, but then again, not really losing any of their own either, so they're happy with it. Yeah, the round was pretty much done right here. Max doing the work. 4-round gap. They're boot camping as well, Cloud9, so you know, you can't even really, that's not even an excuse. We love to use that excuse otherwise.
Yeah, we would love to. Did Nafany dye his hair blue for Cloud9 colors?
I don't know if it was for that, but yeah, maybe, yeah.
I think he did. Okay.
Dedication is there. We appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Now they
Here we
just need
go
to
round.
win.
Yeah, that's the next trick in the book. Dye hair. You feel a little bit worse for wear if you dye your hair blue and then end up losing. Here we go. Walking through Monster. David. Oh, he gets a taste of his own medicine, and Exile's going to build on top of it. His job's done. He can go down 2 quick entries. That should be the round done. And indeed, 9Z isn't even flirting with the idea of sticking around.
Yeah, nice, absolute hit. Oh, they're coming back for it. I swear they were walking away too, but maybe just throwing a grenade or two. I don't know.
Yeah, they're hoping they can get maybe 1 kill on the exit and do something to keep the money low. But yeah, that's it doesn't work. So just bail out again.
Okay, well, I think that's fair. I don't really want to see them go for that retake either. That is such a quick double entry that that's almost impossible to recover from. So just leave it alone, leave it be, and try again next time.
All right, just like 3 or 4 more of those for Cloud9 should be an easy win. Good kills from Exile. That's brutal. Yeah, 5-round lead.
He's been itching, hasn't he, to get some revenge for what the madness that David brought to the first half. So why not?
Yeah, just a perfect route to run as well. Everything about that was just picturesque. That's exactly how it's outlined in the textbook. 12-7. 3 of the initial 4 rounds going the way of Cloud9 in the second half. And we just mentioned a couple rounds ago, every time 9Z's needed to, they've stepped up to the plate and overcome the obstacle. They've got another one here, starting to run low on funds.
Yeah, that's really one of the big issues, isn't it? Once they run out of money, Cloud9 have the way paved right in front of them. And you're right, there's almost nothing to work with. That's a bit of an issue. Still have that AWP and NQC. I feel like he's been very reliable with it, so I'll see if he's going to get a chance here to challenge someone. Inters goes down. It's Max at the start, and a good flick right then and there. Nafany, he was a little bit further out, so it could have been scary. But, and Max, this is so smart. Yeah, don't take the fight. It's not worth it. You've got that 5-on-3. Let him have that part of the map. It doesn't mean anything. He comes bursting out, taking down Exile and getting all the information. Wow, that is such a smart play for Max.
I don't think Exile would have expected that. He would have heard the call that someone was in the staircase, but didn't expect the door to be open. Now the bomb is dropped so far away, so even if these kills come out for Cloud9, they've got to run all the way back across the map to get the bomb. And just Shiro remaining. He's flanked out by Max. That's a 12-8 scoreline. 9Z keep it respectable. Keep them honest. They're within 4.
Yeah, they're really doing it. This is quite something that we're witnessing here. Slow walk back, but the timing and the confidence on every one of these players is absolutely there. I remember the Cloud9 team, I mean, they have enough money to buy into this round, but only barely. Pistol on Inters, swapping it around a little bit here. They've got their backs to the wall as well.
Ooh, good damage on Exile.
That is real close.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good way to chunk somebody down before anything really begins. And look at the kind of the defense that's centralized onto the B bomb site. You even have Max in that staircase able to rotate over, but they're not even needed. Double up from David. He falls. They know the position of rocks, but how do you get there? How do you push through? How do you find this kill? And DGT is going to come in, and this is a shutdown of epic proportions.
Yeah, nice counter utility coming out, and even though I think they saw him in the corner initially, right when they were flashed. Ooh. It just doesn't even matter. Nice find for Max, but there's too much firepower on the other side. Double setup, and then everyone was flashed. But when you're in that little tunnel, it's such a choke point. You're just always going to lose that fight. Good shot with the AWP at the end, and we're looking at a 12-9 scoreline with no money on the Cloud9 side. They're really in trouble right here. This is getting really worrisome.
It's an awkward position to be in, isn't it? Especially considering you're on the T side as well. Like these things, these just don't feel fun to try and overcome this. So, look, Cloud9 gonna get tested here. This is worrying. And a timeout taken as they want to talk things over. Nafany vocal. Everyone else just chilling. Nice orange walls. Very calming.
I think that's green, isn't it, Jason? Not. but okay. I'm gonna let that slide. It's fine. Whatever.
Sure.
Calm orange, like the sun that could burn you alive. Yeah, I get it. It's fine. I think orange is a stupid color.
No, it's not, dude. Orange is the most underrated of the colors.
Okay. Agree to disagree. It's fine. I'm not gonna get into it.
Orange fans tweet at Andrews. Nice spray down from Max. Double kill for him. MQZ adding 1 on top of it. And this round's over.
Yeah, right quick. Not even any... I don't know if they had anything specifically planned. Probably not, but either way, it's been washed away here. Max getting a couple of easy kills for himself to pad that scoreline that he needs it. He's up at 21 kills. And look at the gap. It's just shrunk away. It's just disappeared. 12 to 10. They barely have money to buy into this round, but even then it's going to get super sketchy. They're under so much pressure. They must feel it now, Cloud9. They must feel that they're playing a team that is absolutely fired up at the moment.
Yeah, and it's not in any way backing down whatsoever. That's the crazy thing is there's nobody rolling over here, even when Cloud9 have gone on streaks. This is the danger of giving like the underdogs a little taste of success, allowing them to win a map. You never know how it's going to fire them up and let them carry on into the third. What a brutal fight on the hands of Cloud9. After taking down Furia twice, 9Z looking for an even bigger scalp.
Well, 3-man stack with rifles. I don't even blame Axel for not seeing that coming. That's the kind of round you throw in when you've got, you know, nothing but pistols and you're just, you know, hoping for a little bit of a gimmicky play. But against rifles, that might be hard to read. And he got absolutely taken down. What a start. Up close as well. NQC, AWP in hand. If Intus wants to walk around that corner, he might just be dead almost immediately. Nafany up close. Doesn't make a difference. There's the shot. Krieg on the other side, and he goes for it. NQC absolutely fearless. What a triple. Takes all of them down in that restroom, and that's a 12 to 11. Cloud9 almost already seem defeated. They're going to go for tactical timeout, but this is brutal.
Yeah, they need some energy on this team. They need somebody to grab this game by the horns and just make something happen on the map. Like someone like David, who's just, as you mentioned, fearless, as we've seen time and time again. This time, look how fearful they are against that AWP. Really kind of taking their time. Nobody going for the trade kill right after it. And this is, oh man, it's not looking good.
No, it's really not. All of the energy and all of the momentum right now is definitely with 9C. I think everyone can feel it. Even just watching the game, you get that sense that Cloud9 don't have that stopping power that we surely all expect. But we're not seeing it in the server at the moment.
Max with 22 kills. What a good showing from him. 9C just 1 round back.
Yeah, they look at the money.
And that might disappear. Yeah, I was gonna say that might disappear real quick. It's just pistols on the Cloud9 side. So I mean, full economic control in the 9Z way, as you mentioned. 11,000 on DGT, 9,500 on Max, 8,500 on Rocks. Like they've got cash for days. Oh my lord.
You okay, Jason?
Yep, that almost ruined me.
You had a bit of a. You had a moment.
Yep, sure did.
Well, Max taking down Nafany. Just a couple of more kills on his side. Again, the Deagle's not really showing much of anything here. I think, what is it 125k for first place here? Something like that? I swear the desk was saying that earlier. Either way, it's a lot on the line for, you know, if 9Z can get there, that would really, that'd have an impact on their year going forward, surely.
Yeah, it really would. $150,000 for first place, $50,000 for second place. That's quite the drop off. But I mean, 9Z staring the semifinals in the face. All they got to do is get there.
That's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I kind of like the drop off. It's nice when some of these tournaments are really top heavy in the prize pool.
Yeah, like extremely top heavy to first place. Big fan of that.
Shiro hanging around the deal, maybe taking the time to have a little bit of a conversation with his team, saying, what on earth is happening here, boys? We need to find something to answer back with, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it right now. We obviously know that they have the caliber of players to go for it, but they're not to be found in the server right now. Max clocking in at 25 kills, which is... I mean, some of these are definitely, you know, kills against pistols, but still, damn.
Well,
looking a little bit grim.
yeah, this is I'm struggling at the moment to find something real positive to talk about with Cloud9. Let's see if they can bring it in this round. Stalled out in the previous gun run at a B execute that just fell flat. Max is going to be aggressive. As we mentioned, the hot hand, 25 kills on him in this map so far. We've said David's name so much. He's had such huge impact, but he's only at 13 frags. Max is just shot up the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's really come to try and take over the game. NQC surely heard that run past, but probably doesn't care so much. Inter's right below him, and Inter's had a really rough game. He's at 6 kills right now, significantly below everybody else right now, so maybe be nice for him to get a kill or two here to start to get himself back into the game. His team needs it right now. Max, long wait out there. Almost a cold position, and I guess NQC didn't hear it. Maybe the Molotov just obscured it enough, and they're going to get 1 kill in return. Axile, is there going to be a flash to get rocks through here is the big question, or is he just going to wait for it to feed? It's right inside. He goes for the spray, and that could have easily been a double. Axile, if he crouches into that, I mean, he could have just as well have been dead, but it looks like they found an opening.
Yeah, and do they want to go for it? Does 9Z actually test the limits here? It's a 2-on-3. This is doable. So David's going to see if he can find a quick kill before his teammate rotates over into position. He's got to clear out water. And Hobbit off angle. Can't land the shot. That's a bit sketchy. Good one from Inters. Good response into a one-on-one we go. And DJT up over the top. This is huge. Inters needs to win this for Cloud9.
Yeah, he really does. And again, not really his best game so far. 1 versus 1. And he's making all the noise right here. It's being heard on the other side. Inter's knows. DGT, he's just not sure where to actually look, and he's definitely guessed the wrong angle. Sneaks in, and that's a nice clutch here. Nice round, Inter's. From 6 kills all the way up to 9. 3 in this one. That is absolutely needed.
Dude, but look at the money. Look at the money on this 9Z side. I saw like 3 people at like 14, 15K before we switched cameras. Like they've got so much cash. Cloud9's got to win this one the hard way. They've got to grind down such a big CT economy.
They have everything working for them right now. It feels like it is their game to lose at the moment. As ridiculous as it seems, because again, it is just a 13-12, so slight lead here for Cloud9, but 9C still feels like they have all the momentum. Certainly have all the money. Hobbit's going to be smoking his way through that one, hoping to catch anyone on the other side. Grenade doesn't really touch him at all. But again, an aggressive move coming out. This time it's NQC up here with the AWP, so Max is kind of nearby, though. Alright. I'm going to fall back slowly. Trying to see if they could take over this part of the map. I mean, they could isolate the fight against Max, maybe if they can, yeah, smoke and Molotov NQC out of that position.
Hobbit.
Yeah, sneaking closer for it. Does spot it out, but not getting the kill. And they have to do something about Max here, don't they?
Yeah, it's all good because at least they're forcing out some utility, right? At least they're like forcing some nades to be utilized. This position from Nathany is really interesting as well. Outside of bathrooms, he could have that late flank down the stairs. Oh, late boost up, but Hobbit spotted it. Took a little bit of time for DJT to get centered. And it looks like actually Cloud9 want to pick up the pace off that.
Yeah, they probably need to pretty soon. 35 seconds. Max is still hanging around this connector, and that could just be a huge problem. If he can interrupt some of this take a little bit, there's the door opening. He did spot it, but walking up behind. Oh, Max got himself sandwiched in with the flash on top.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, they wipe out the defense here. DGT, not much he could do in this one. 1 versus 5, essentially, at the bomb site. NQC, I don't think he's going to get here in time either. Yeah, no chance here. Tried for the shot for the box. I appreciate that. If he would have landed the shot and killed him planting the bomb, that would have been exciting, but wow, that defense is wiped out.
Yeah, they're hunting down that weapon as well. Cloud9 want to take everything away, but I don't think they realize quite how rich 9Z is. There's still another buy after this one for 9Z. Timeout taken from them. The last hurdle that they're at 12-12 is just like the obstacle of like, oh, we can actually win this. Oh crap.
Yeah, wait a minute. Why were we so down on ourselves just a minute ago? You know, there's stuff to be won. Oh, the fact that Max got sandwiched like that is just, that's heartbreaking because he was in a great position. If he can win that early fight against the player that's in sewer right there, he could probably throw. I think he only had a smoke, but still he could be there to defend that L bend really fast, right?
I think he brought Hobbit down to red as well in that engagement while being sandwiched. Like if Nathany wasn't coming down those stairs, he might actually win that fight and just have, you know, a quick flank up towards sandbags. So that's an all-important fight for Nathany to win to help out Hobbit. 14-12.
Okay, well, they're not that far away. All of a sudden, Cloud9 finding a little bit of a second wind here towards the end of the map. And remember, I mean, they're about to... Otherwise, they're going to get knocked out, right? 9C,
yeah.
They've really proven a lot today. They could have won the first map. They could have won Mirage 9C. They could have won this 2-0.
Yeah, that was like 16-14 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
For Cloud9? Yep. Well, that'll haunt them for a little. Still, I mean, for a team that has just a new player come into this roster just a week or so ago, absolutely magnificent results with such an early addition, or such a recent addition, I should say. I don't think Hobbit spotted that at all. He had back turn and just bailing out of the short sewers. NQZ gonna get aggressive. He wants to go find a frag, and he's got a leg shot. Hobbit might have to let him go. And there's David with the backup. Inters pops open the door, but a huge kill for David.
Yeah, absolutely. What a save. His teammate might have been in a lot of trouble right there. Shiro now running back. Yeah, they're going to swap out the AWP for Hobbit because he's low on health. Oh, I don't know if this is looking rough again here for Cloud9. 35 seconds, losing inters. This is so readable. Look at how many people are near this B bomb site. They should have a decent defense. Throwing in a little bit of a pop flash to try and get their way through an Axile. What an opening. He made it look so easy. They had two on the bomb site, but another two that were near the sniper spot. If Axile doesn't get that instant clean double opening, these last two players get activated into the defense, and they might just run out of time. That is so rough.
What a time for Axile to step up. Exactly what Cloud9 needed. Hobbit with that up is going to drop down off the bomb site. Nathany, easy double kill. Perfect timing. And Max is going to bail out, bug out, and go home. It'll be 15-12. Cloud9 have 3 chances to close out this series and move on to the semifinals versus Big. But remember, I mean, this whole thing is set up. There's still a lot of money on the 9Z side. This is not going to be an easy final round to win.
No, definitely not. But you gotta feel like the pressure is now on. I don't know. They did such a good job running this game back, round by round, 9C, but suddenly Cloud9 showing a little bit of strength at the end, and especially Axile. Some of these rounds he's opened up are just huge. God damn. 15-12, and moving into the 28th round. It's been 3 in a row for Cloud9, kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, Nathany's actually 22 kills, sort of quietly.
He's so important for Cloud9 on this map. This map specifically, he's like such a critical player for them.
Nice dunk on the Shiro and Inters. Good start to the round. Unconfirmed damage, but I'm sure they'll find out later. And Shiro rightfully paranoid that someone could be moving up, because they've been doing that a lot. Max has been there, and QC has been there, so they want to make sure that they don't get surprised by anyone playing out here. Even once they passed it, they leave Inters behind, just to make sure that there's no one sneaking through. They set up on long. I mean, this could be a powerful hit if they get the right kill.
DGT's defending. Their initial one looking for information. Quick flashbang out. Doesn't really give a whole lot up. It's an aggressive defense for 9Z towards Highway, towards Banana.
And QC, not that much showing, but again, because of the nade from earlier, Inter is just dead, even though it's halfway through a wall. It just doesn't even matter. Counter smoke coming out to try and buy a little bit more time. Nathany comes charging through anyway, and I don't think DGT was ready for that one. Coming up out of the connector as well is David, so he's looking to try and help out a little bit here. If they keep going onto this bomb side, they're going to get flanked right away. I don't think they have much of a choice anyway, but David is in such a powerful position. They have a great read on this one, 9C.
Yeah, I'm very curious. Like, the pause button was hit by Cloud9, and Hobbit was really the only one actually looking to attack into the bomb site. I guess they're just saying, Hobbit, go see if you can get one more kill and open this up. Otherwise, we're just going to save these weapons, because that was never going to work when you know there's an AWP in front bathrooms at Highway. Hobbit just kind of sacrificed to the gods. Good kill from Nathany to secure survival. 2 more chances for Cloud9.
Yeah, you gotta Got to find something, right? Keep the weapons alive as much as you can. Keep the fight on. They're just one round away from Cloud9, so they can feel it right now. Surely, if they can bring it through here and actually win and knock 9C out of the tournament, that's going to be such a wake-up moment for Cloud9, though, thinking, damn, this is so much more difficult than we thought it was going to be. No way they were expecting this kind of resistance. Let's see, 29th round. Cloud9 still with money in the bank. Well, it looks like they could be setting up for at least a little bit of pressure on the B-bomb side. Maybe not a full commit, but just enough to try and force what little nades remain on the 9C side out. Oh, nice counter. Flash and boost. That'll work.
That will work. Opening kill, 5-on-4 for 9Z defense. Last time we were in this situation, though, Exile has delivered 2 stunning double entry rounds onto this B bomb site. They might need a third out of him just yet, and he can't get it. David's able to put a stop to it. Good flashbangs, though. 3-on-4, still challenging, and DGT forced off the angle. Inter's gonna step up next, and they just take way too long, and that gives DJT the courage to move forward. This round is done and dusted. It's gonna be 15-14.
Damn, could be seeing overtime at this rate. Yeah. They wanted to slow it down on that ramp and try to see if they could set up just one more smoke or a flashbang or anything, but they got interrupted by the defense. So nicely done. Triple kill for DGT and Nafferty. Yeah, nothing he could do right now. He has got money, so he could drop a couple of AKs maybe to the rest of his team, try and make it work like that. It's going to be at least a somewhat respectable buy if he could save this AK. So they'll have someone to work with, but if they go into overtime, who knows what's going to happen at that point in time?
Yeah, I mean, that would be just odd. Oh, actually, I guess it wouldn't even be that odd considering the way 9Z's been playing. I guess it'd be kind of fitting.
Yeah, it feels like that's going to be the way that this goes.
What a great mid-round boost or early round boost up. Exile couldn't get anything done. DGT is just like, all right, I know you guys are out monster, but if you're just gonna chill, I'll take it. I'll step up to the plate. Final round of regulation. We've either got a Cloud9 victory or overtime. If 9Z, this is a little mini 3-round comeback to force OT. And they're looking good. They're looking like it's a real possibility.
Yeah, they got everything working for them at the moment. Exile outside of the B-bomb site, just to spot, just to see if anything is happening out there. He's really, really far back, throwing a couple of flashbangs as well to, buy a little bit of time. And they're going to be respected for now inside of B. Over on the A side, they don't have a lot. NQC's out long, but that's most of it. Max, though.
Yeah.
He keeps going.
What a play to make in round 30. This kind of a push. Now, does he have the courage to go up the ladder? I don't think so. Still chilling, so this advanced position doesn't give them a whole lot of information, not a whole lot of benefits coming from it just yet. And here comes the set piece. This time, Cloud9 just want to pull the trigger on and execute.
Yeah, they're going for it right away. Not so much thinking, just maybe a knockout punch here to the A-bomb site. Oh, this flank especially, with Exile hanging around back here, Max coming up out of the connector, it's going to be so hard to read. First engagement, he might be done almost immediately. I love that he's checking. He knows that something is up, but he just can't get out. Hobbit's going to take down one, and it falls apart right at the finish line. They almost had the overtime, and now Rock's on his own. 1 versus 4. He takes down one of them, but it is too late. 16-14, and Cloud9